taking baby steps. Guiding your loved ones to the truth. May 5, 2013. It is no small feat, oftentimes, to aid in the expansion of the awareness of those closest to you. We sense your frustrations and heed your calls for help in this matter. First, I would like to make it clear that the resistance you are encountering is to be taken not as a sign of weakness but as a sign of a person's strength. They are strong in their convictions, however flawed those convictions might be. Observe how intently they hold on to these beliefs and know that once they are in possession of their full awareness, they shall hold on equally tightly to their newly discovered ideals. See how they grasp onto what they know now as reality. They cling, steadfastly defending the old ways, even in the face of such overwhelming evidence to the contrary. They do this because those ways are their comfort space and it is what they believe they have always only known. The old beliefs are very clear-cut and provide a seemingly safe and well-defined place within which to operate. This is their comfort zone, their not-so-sacred space. There is a comfort in this type of conformity, albeit a very temporary one. Many human lifetimes have been lived within a bubble of massive untruths about veritably everything most people know and hold dear. And whilst they ought to be holding dear those very things which they cannot yet physically see, it is the artfully constructed and more tangible illusion of reality which they hold closest to their hearts. This is a problem, but not by any means an unsolvable one. It is through extreme patience and compassion that their trust is to be won. It is in their taking baby steps, so as not to overload their senses of stability and safety, that your loved ones shall begin to slowly see the light of truth. Introduce new ideas to them gradually, in tiny bits and pieces. Do not be greedy in your expectations of a welcoming response, as at the very beginning they are most likely to disappoint. The concepts you present are in radical opposition to all that they are able to recall, and what they have been deeply conditioned to know whilst in human form. So, therefore, a gentle hand is required. The truth, despite its promise of peace and equality, has a tendency to come off at first as ridiculous and unbelievable. Much like a dreamy dalliance in Fantasyland, it sounds much too good to be true and far too fanciful to be seriously entertained for more than a moment or two. Yet be aware that you have succeeded in planting the seed, and that seed has firmly taken root. It matters little how long it shall take for the first sprout to become visible on the surface. Once rooted, it is done. Such roots as these are immovable once they have taken hold. Know well that this is your most important job. You are to plant the seeds of truth, watering them on occasion and patiently watching them grow. Step back and simply allow. Every human being possesses at their core a holy spark of divinity. Despite all outward appearances, you may rest assured that this is so. They may blather on about the foolishness of what you say, but know without question that there is a place deep within their heart where they remember that all as they are being presented with is the truth. It indeed takes longer for some to grasp than others, but this is only because each soul has charted his own special course for the reclamation of his or her personal sovereignty. There are many ways in which you begin to bring those around you to awareness. The first and most elementary of all is by simply being who you are. Step outdoors and stroll about the streets, mingling with the passers-by. At a park, a festival, the marketplace, it matters not. You needn't actually say anything at all, as it is your beautifully refined frequency which shall do the talking for you. If only by virtue of the fact that you are led to read such a transmission as this, you may take it as a sign that you are innately coded to do this work. You carry a high vibration which, by its very nature, is sent off and received by those you even only briefly come into contact with. And this is by design, yours and the Creator's design. It is purely irrelevant as to how long ago you first came around to discovering your truth. Discard such linear thinking, as it no longer serves you and shall only act as an impediment to further growth. It is as both you and they evolve in unity that the outward signs of change shall begin to become evident. You can recognize these changes in the way you feel, in the way you find yourself treating others, and in the ways you approach the most basic of situations. You shall see it in the events transpiring all around you. Choose to lead by example. Be to others the very essence of compassion and goodness. By no means should you ever stand in judgment of another soul's journey, or of their choices, missteps, or points of view. Instead, extend to all a loving hand, and do it with a loving heart. Follow closely in the footsteps of the great masters, who set for you such fine examples of what it truly means to be human. You too are masters on earth and are equally as great. It is on this note that I conclude. I am Haniel. I am in the service of the Divine Mother. I do not leave you, but draw ever closer. Feel my presence as I am by your side, and I promise that I am only a whisper away, always. Whenever you are in need of love and support. Archangel Haniel. Channeled by Bella Capozzi. Cupcakesandangels.wordpress.com